Today we're cooking pork sput to make carnitas since Chipotle for the whole family is expensive. Now, I know people are going to lose their minds that I'm using way too many seasonings and you're not going to taste anything else. Listen to me, this meat is like 3 inches thick. I can guarantee you this is still not going to be enough seasoning. A little bit of oil to make it all stick and to give it a sear ahead of pressure cooking. Let me just remind y'all that this is the girl my sister said had no style growing up. Joke's on her. This is runway mad scientist cooking carnitas chic, y'all. We are sauteing the onions in the Instant Pot. Depending on the amount of meat you're using, you're going to want to juice about half of an orange and 2 to 3 limes. Add a few garlics as well as the citrus juice and have your brother-in-law open a beer with his phone. I was staring in obvious homeschooled amazement. I was shook. I thought that he had like a beer opener on his phone. No, he used a normal phone. I have no idea how he did that. And then we're going to pressure cook it for 1 hour and 7 minutes. I decided on that time because that's how long I hit the plus button until my finger got tired. My sister is obsessed with my Chipotle crema. The only issue is I always make it from the base of my shrimp marinade, and I obviously was not making any shrimp today. So I made a miniature batch and then just added stuff until it tasted right. And if you've ever wondered why I don't really write down my recipes, just count how many spoons I had to dirty trying to get this to taste right. And if y'all expect me to know the measurements of this, you are hilarious. Start cooking your rice, defrosting your corn, and chop up 2 bunches of cilantro that we're going to use for both our rice and our corn. And let me just say that the most embarrassing thing about going to Chipotle for me is how long I will hold the line up asking for more corn salsa. I'm always like, a little more, no more. No, like this is one of the cheapest items on the line. Why are you guys holding out on me? It is the best part. I should put a green chili in, but I don't want to kill my mom with spice or an accident. So I just passed. My rice would not stop being mushy. I did something wrong. So I tried the bread trick, which kind of worked, but also kind of just made my rice taste like bread. I'm using canned beans because I'm lazy, but I also do soup them up because I have self-respect. Okay. I didn't have to pay $3.50 for the guacamole, but I did have to chase a rogue avocado pit and then develop a 4th chin while I vigorously mixed this guacamole. So honestly, the $3.50 was probably a reasonable price. The hardest part of all of this is just the little components. Like, yes, it's just lettuce, but I got to wash it and chop it and dry it. And then maybe we should just get in the car and go to Chipotle. But then I remember I chose this life, so I better get to work shredding my queso fresco in the grater I was influenced to buy last year. Finally, I almost steamed my eyeball out moving this pot. I'm not even joking. I think this had to depressurize for like 10 minutes. So I used the opportunity to spin the lettuce. And about this time, my sous chef showed up. The issue is he kept eating the product, but in a few years, I really could see him being like an asset to this team. Right now, he's just complaining that the food is stinky, which is really ironic because the kid full on did this a few minutes later. Had it been anyone else doing that in my kitchen, they would have been thrown out. But this is my nephew, so obviously I told him good job and we moved on. If you're hating on my seasonings a bit ago, just buckle up because now we're going to do it again. Now that we've shredded it, there's like more surface area so we can really get the flavor in there. We're also draining off most of the liquid and throwing them in the broiler for about 5 minutes to get them a little crispy because the pressure cooker is definitely not going to do that. Then the town crier let everyone know that it was time to eat, and I made the mistake of asking if anyone wanted margaritas. You guys can guess the answer, so I worked on those while I made everyone make their own bowls. And if you've ever wondered, you absolutely can use a cookie scoop as a shot glass if you've dirtied every other dish in your kitchen trying to make something that you could have just gone down the road for, except for I think mine is a teensy weensy bit better until I went to do the dishes.